Can. Correct, right? Hello, everyone. Hi, DSA. Okay, we'll wait for more people to join before we do the promotion. Sorry, excuse me. Hi, Iggy. Hi, GH. Okay, we'll wait one more minute before I do the promotion. Then we can get to the paper. Hi, Manny. Or Mommy. Hi, Chill Cat. I feel like I've seen this username before. How you? Oh, is that the same person? Livia? Or is that the? Oh yeah, it's the same person. Hello. Okay, we'll wait for more people to join, yeah, because we just started. Okay, but it's 4:25, so I'll just do the promo first. So I'll be promoting something different today, different from usual. But I'll still be going through the P6 paper and oral question, or rather a different oral topic. So today I'll do grammar and vocab from the P6 paper instead of grammar and SNT. Okay, but yeah, so regular programs, 12-week EOY prep challenge. So as you know, EOY is coming soon, right? And if you count in terms of weeks or months, that is not very far away. So if you enroll now, you can get 2 free lessons, okay? That's if you sign up for 12 lessons. And you must do so by the 31st of August, which is by the end of next month. Yes. You can enjoy up to $390 in savings if you want to do the math for that. But yes, so 390 in savings, and then you also get $80 regular fee waiver plus a $60 NTUC voucher. But remember, terms and conditions apply, so do your due diligence to go and read the terms and conditions if they align with what you're alright with. Okay. Then it's the same for secondary also 12 weeks. So you sign up for 12 lessons, then you get 2 free ones and you enjoy up to 390 savings. Also the same, you get the same thing, $80 regular fee waived and $60 NTUC vouchers. But all this is if you register by the end of next month, okay? Hi Miffy. Welcome, welcome. How is school, everyone? School started, right? So far the people here are schooling, so I cannot ask how's work. Hi Salad. School bad? Why school bad? Why is school bad, Miffy? What is wrong? Oh my god, I'm gonna sound like a boomer, but I don't. When I was schooling, I don't miss school. But then now, if I look back, I kind of miss school. Not the academics part though, like more of hanging out with my friends. Okay, but yes, so today I'm doing 2023 P6 Nanyang Prelim paper. I'll only be going through grammar and vocab though, but should still be sufficient. After that, we move to oral, because in lieu of the upcoming oral. Okay, hi Bianca. First question. I think I can zoom in a little more. Your cousin used to sit next to you, then your teacher changed seat. Now you sit with her boyfriend, then she angry. No? Or is that the best friend? I feel like I'm reading something wrongly. But why? What's going on? It was pretty cool that you're in the same school as your cousin though. And that you guys are close in age. Okay, but are you guys not close? Like, are you not close to your cousin or something? Why is there so much um drama? I don't know if I can call it drama. But yeah, okay. Anyway, first question. Okay, Mifia, I don't really know what to reply to that. So yeah, it's okay. Hopefully things will just be fine after a while, you know? Just let time do its work. Okay, but first question, if only I blank more time to study for the exam, said Michelle, I would have done better. So again, we see would have and blank. So, and then you see this word if. So if is always conditionals. 嗨醉生梦死. Michelle Michelle would never have said that. You never know. Maybe Michelle is academic weapon, you know? Okay, so conditional sentences. So conditional sentences, there are three types. The first, if I can, I will. Then past tense, if I could, I would. Then last one, past perfect. If I had something, I would have. So over here, anyway, seeing the word if already tells you that it's a past unreal condition. So this is a past unreal conditional sentence. Okay, so technically I already gave you guys the answer. If I had, so this is type 3. Okay, this is type 1, is type 2. Oh, thanks for the gift, 醉生梦时. But yes, welcome everyone to the live. If you have any questions, can feel free to type them down in the comment section. Or if you got anything you want to share, anything interesting or entertaining you want to share or ask, feel free to type them down. Okay, next. So this is one. Next, some of the rubbish is recycled, but blank of it goes to the landfill sites. So what are we looking at? What's the main thing that we're looking at? Support the educators. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so over here, some of the rubbish, this is the main thing we are looking at. So in this case, it's the main subject I'm talking about. But blank of it. So over here, we're still talking about it. So, rubbish. Rubbish is what kind of noun? Is it countable or uncountable noun? Is Miffy still here? Miffy, are you here? Do you want to try? Olivia? Okay, never mind. I guess they have left. But rubbish is uncountable noun. Okay, so uncountable means you have to use words that signify uncountable, which is much. Any is usually used in negative or question form, so we don't really need that here. Many and a few are countable, so that's out. So much is for a lot and for uncountable nouns, okay? Yes, potato, you're right. Haven't seen you before, but welcome. So yes, potato, you're right. Much is used for uncountable. Then the opposite of much for uncountable would be little. Okay? So that will be the equivalent of a few. Okay, next. A few dollars blank all he had left in his wallet. A few dollars is, are, was, were. Potato never goes wrong. That's true though. It may be my favorite carb. Yeah. Not a fan of rice or bread. Okay, next. A few dollars blank all he had left in his wallet. So what are you talking about? This. A few dollars. Is it singular or plural? So this is like the kind of questions where we talk about chemicals. This by itself is plural. But if I write the class of, then this makes it singular. Okay, so then let's look at the sentence, the context of it, because we have to match the tenses and all, right, to maintain the parallelism of the sentence. At left, this is past perfect. So you would know that over here, this blank, you would need simple past. So 1 and 2 is definitely out because that is simple present tense. So you're stuck with 3 and 4. But over here, the main thing that is still not answered is whether the main thing we're looking at, a few dollars, is singular or plural. In this case, a few dollars is singular. Okay, that's why the answer should be was. So it should be was and not were, because were is past plural and was is past singular. Is present singular, are is present plural. Yep. Okay, next. Neither Henry nor Arthur felt pleased with blank for failing to meet the project's deadline. Sorry. Hi Tish. So neither nor. Remember, neither nor joins two negative ideas together. So when you're doing S&T, remember your answer is neither nor already encompasses the negative. So your answer should be changed to a positive when you write it down, depending on what kind of original sentence the question gave you. Okay? So if the original question gave you negative, then you want to write it in neither nor, you have to change it to positive, and vice versa. Meaning, if the question gave you negative, if the question gave you positive, then when you write it, you have to make sure it's negative. Don't be bothered by a few dollars. Okay, not exactly wrong. Okay, so over here, reject negativity, friends. Yes, no, I'm not asking people to be negative. I'm just saying neither nor, when you write it itself, this word pair, it's to join two negative ideas together. Okay? Okay, apart from this, for neither nor, what is the main... Stop this. No, it's fine. Usually people type other things that are more disruptive than this. But yeah, I mean, there's not much people asking questions or answering also, so I don't mind. Unless there's a lot of comments and then there's a lot of spam. And when I can't read the comments, then yeah, it's a bit disrupting. But other than that, it's fine. Okay, so over here, neither nor. The pronoun agrees with which one? It'll be always the one closest to it. Okay? So this will be your main subject. Neither nor, either or, as well as. Okay? So Arthur felt pleased with blank for failing to meet the project's deadline. So main subject, and in this case, Arthur is singular. And it's a guy. So you have to use singular reflective pronoun. Okay, and in this case, it should be himself. Yourself is the wrong person. Ourselves and themselves are for plural. Okay, but the difference between them is that themselves doesn't include the speaker that is saying it. Ourselves would include the speaker. Okay, moving on. 5. No, it's okay. Blank the project on time is important. We need to also make sure the quality is not compromised. So deliver, delivering to deliver, or having delivered. What should it be? So over here, this would be the main thing, or you can see it as the main subject of the sentence. But over here, all these are verbs, correct? So when you want to make verbs the main subject, You have to make it into a gerund. These are basically adding the ing forms. Okay. Thanks for the gift, 醉生梦死. But yeah, so you need ing form, okay? So that's pretty straightforward because the only option here with ing is delivering. So delivering the project on time is important. Okay? So that's the right answer. Hi Jason. No, not our Jason. You see the previous question again? Oh yeah, sure. Okay, I'll just repeat the previous question for you. So question 4 is neither Henry nor Arthur felt pleased with blank for failing to meet the project's deadline. So over here they are testing you reflexive pronouns. Then neither nor, right? Whenever you see neither nor, remember it joins two negative ideas together. This is more for S&T portion. Over here you do not need the two negative idea because most of the sentence is already filled. You just need to fill in the pronoun. So neither nor, the subject or rather the main subject that you'll look at is always the one closest to it. So in this case, it'll be Arthur. So Arthur is the main subject and it's singular and a guy. So himself is the correct answer. Yourself is the wrong person. It's not the right person that you're looking at in this question. And yourself wouldn't make sense even if you're talking about Henry. Okay, ourselves and themselves are plural, just that ourselves will include the speaker or the narrator, and themselves does not. Okay. Okay, next question. Question 6. But yes, welcome to those that are new. If you guys have anything to ask or share, or anything entertaining, you can just feel free to comment them down, okay? Okay, next. Oh, hi, Esterine. Welcome. Didn't see your username joining the live though. But hello, welcome. How is school? Oh, how's... Okay, never mind. I don't want to dox you. Okay, the students were confused blank the teacher explained the concept using drawings and diagrams, helping them clarify their understanding. So what should it be? So over here we need to say up till a certain point, right? Because they were confused until they helped to clarify. So until is the right answer. After would after would mean the confusion only stopped. After, or confusion stopped only after. So that does not match the context of this sentence. Okay. Since usually refers to a time from a past point. So it's not logical here. And while means during or at the same time. So it doesn't quite make sense here either. Okay, next. Question 7. While I was walking in the park, I saw a group of teenagers blank around a tree. So is it sat, sitting, was sitting, or were sitting? Oh yeah, Esther, you were right for that, okay? 2 for this one. Group of teenagers sitting around the tree. Okay, so that is correct. Over here you see walking. Usually this kind of sentences, right, even in editing, or rather I see it come out more for editing, then they'll ask you to change the word form of it. Remember, always change it to continuous because you need to follow the sentence. Verb, noun, verb. No, Astrid, this is not verb, noun, verb. If you say verb, noun, verb, that means this needs to be, or rather the blank needs to be the bare infinitive or the base form of it, which would be the original form, and it's none of the answers or none of the choices here. That one would be just purely sit, S-I-T. Okay? So over here, because of this word while, remember while means during or at the same time, right? So you need a present participle. To show that they are doing a continuous action. Okay, so this is simple past, this is out. This is past continuous. I don't need this because I'm not talking about past continuous. I need present participle. then will same, just plural. Okay, so 2 is correct because it's the present participle. Okay, next. Blank anyone attend the event, or is it just for registered participants? So will, can, must, could. So what should it be? So this kind of questions usually comes out. It's quite common. It's for remember the P5 papers, there are those talking about the ambulance one, or in the case where someone faints, then what should you do? So what's the most appropriate or apt word choice that you will put here? Astrid, you say 2. Can anyone attend the event, or is it just for registered participants? Yep, that's correct. Because you see this question mark, so you know that they're asking a question, right? You forgot the question. It's okay. Maybe it's some time back. But whenever you use can, it's always to ask for permission or possibility. Okay, will is usually about future intent. So every time you see will, you know it's future tense. So that's out. Then must is used to express obligation. Like you must do something. You definitely have to do it. And then could is usually a polite way, but is less direct if you want to ask or inquire about something. So in this case, saying can is right. Okay, can anyone attend the event, or is it just for registered participants? Are the usual commenters not? Yeah, I would assume so. I mean, I saw Miffy, but rather Miffy commented just now, but I don't know where she went. Mianbao isn't here. Okay, next. The unsinkable ship Titanic sank in 1912, blank its maiden voyage. So what should it be? Is it sank in 1912 at its maiden voyage, in, on, or while? Hi, mod. Yeah, it's the mod. But yes. Okay, so over here, what's the right prepositional phrase? Esther, why are you giving multiple answers? So it's either 1 or 3. Okay, it's definitely not at. At usually is a specific point in time, a specific point of place. Okay, but maiden voyage, I'm not talking about it. So yes, 3 is correct. On its maiden voyage. Okay. So as I said, this is for specific places of time. In is used for months or years. But here's voyage. So that's not it. While usually you require a verb clause after it. Okay, so on is correct. Okay, on is I to say during. In the case when you want to use it with voyage. Okay, next. As far as I know, Alex hates basketball and never plays it. So this is, you see the question mark, you know it's a question. And you see the blank, you know it's a question tag. So question tag, how to do it? In the front is positive, the back negative, and vice versa. 3, does he? Yeah, okay, that is correct. So hates basketball, never plays it. This word, rather than hate, never suggests that it's negative. Okay, so hardly, negative, hardly, negative, seldom, all these are negative words. Did I just write negative? No. So hardly, seldom, yeah, rarely. So this kinds are negative. Okay. So over here you need something that's positive, and positive is does he. So this is the right auxiliary verb. Will he, has he are the wrong one. Will is usually future tense. Okay. So let's do it out. So does he is indeed correct. Is indeed correct. Yeah. Why did it sound so weird when I say it? No? Oh, hi Reefers. Hi, Arman. Okay, seems like there's more people. I feel like they're just bots watching this. Just saw the new vid with all the people working here. What do you mean all? Huh? You mean the wait? Which video? Sorry, I do not watch them. The O level one. Oh, is it the USS one? Like what Asterin said? Yeah. Guys, there's a lot of videos, man. Okay, I'll figure it out later. But Miffy, why are you surprised that I'm in the video? Okay, moving on to vocab. Just to recap, for those that are new, I'm doing 2023 P6 Nanyang Prelim paper. Okay. Esther, you sound like a stalker, man. Okay, just kidding. I don't mean that in the offensive way. It's just more teasing. But yes, there are more to come, I suppose. Okay, Serena was not feeling well, so she was blank to go to the class party. Reliant, reluctant, resistant, or receptive? What should it be? Hi, Green League. We found one forever. Oh, not wrong. Okay. But over here, what word should it be? Okay, thanks for answering me, Asterin. I almost said relax. Okay, never mind. I'm stuttering. So she was reluctant. Yes, that's correct. So what does reluctant mean? It just means unwilling or hesitant. Hesitant to do something. This is my first time doing videos in writers. I mean, I only started when I joined writers, but then it's not the first video. I've filmed like way more than that, just that it's being scheduled. So yeah, you guys have to they'll probably post more when I'm not here already. But yes. Okay. But no, not technically not my first time acting, I guess. But I used to post TikTok last time. Reliant. So what does reliant mean? Reliant just means dependent on something or someone. So that's out. Resistant. Resistant means to be opposed to something or unaffected. Like for those of you that game, you're resistant to this certain element or certain status, those kind of things. Okay, so that would be unaffected. Oh, what am I spelling? Unaffect. Yes. So yeah, then receptive would means to be open to ideas or suggestions. Okay, so just this few. So good job, Asterine. Okay, next. Miss Tan scolded Eason. Is that how I pronounce that name? Eason for leaving the classroom without her what? Her consent, her contempt, her consensus, or her concession? What should it be? Asterine said one. Without her consent. Okay. So consent means permission for something to happen. What's a con? Oh, this. So usually you hear it pros and cons, right? So pros are positive and then cons are negative. Yeah. Con artist, that one is just a scam artist. Con man is also like a scammer. So yes, there's that. Okay. Where did Miffy go again? Okay, but next, contempt. Contempt means disrespect or hatred. Consensus would mean general agreement. When to watch the vids? Okay. Isn't there like only 3 according to you? And then concession would mean you give up. Okay, I'm not talking about permission. So over here, other word to put is permission, which would also mean consent. So good to learn synonyms also. There are much more that are scheduled, Estherine, scheduled. So they are not posted yet. They are scheduled to be posted. Unless you're talking about the ones that I post last time, but I deleted those. That was just my own TikTok account. Okay, next. Question 13. The motivational speaker was able to blank powerful emotions from her audience. So what powerful emotions? Usually use this word with emotions. Okay, so what should it be? Estherine, do you want to try? To incur. Okay, usually we don't use incur. I feel like it's invoke. Evoke, not invoke. But yes, evoke is correct. Okay, so let's talk about evict first. Usually evict you would hear means to force someone out. Like you evict someone out of their place, and it's usually used for properties. So you have been evicted. You've been chased out of your house. Okay. Incur. Incur usually mean not usually means incur means to bring upon oneself. And usually, me soon. I'm not evicted. That's the wrong usage of the word. There are other words for it. Okay. But no, nobody forced me out. So incur means to bring upon oneself. Usually how you use it is with wrath. Incur someone's wrath. Okay? And this is usually bad. That's why you have negative words like wrath. Okay, imply. Imply is pretty easy, right? To suggest something indirectly, not directly. So you have to infer. Then evoke. Evoke is usually used with words like emotions, memories, feelings. So it means to bring out or stir up. So usually these are memories or feelings. Okay. Okay, moving on. Question 14. The pace of technology is advancing so quickly that it is hard to blank all the latest developments. So what should it be? Put off, take up with, keep up with, or look forward to. So phrasal verbs. Hi, Aspect. Feel like I've seen you but never seen you before. But hi, welcome. Oh, hi, Crystal. I definitely haven't seen this person before. But welcome. So 3. So everyone says 3. It is hard to keep up with all the latest developments. Yes, so that's pretty easy. It's more of like common collocation or common sayings, right? So put off. Put off means to delay something. I'm pretty sure I talked about this choice before. Appeared in a P5 paper, if I remember correctly. Take up with. Take up with means to become involved or occupied with something. Never remembered them. Oh, it's okay, Estherine. Maybe it was before you joined the live. So take up with, it means to. Oh wait, I already did take up with. Keep up with means to stay informed. So i.e. to say you're not ignorant. Okay. So stay informed or same pace. Then look forward to means to anticipate with pleasure. Okay, last one before we go to oral. We need to be very careful when handling this delicate equipment as it is highly blank to damage, the teacher told her class. So highly hard, highly sensitive, highly opposed, or highly susceptible. what should it be? 4. Okay, aspect and asterisk says 4. What about the rest? Anyone else? Hi, Nantro Mana. Okay, so hard to damage. Just missing action, not wrong. Hard to damage just means it's very sturdy. Okay, like it's quality wise very hard also. So that's not what we need here. Sensitive is more for emotions or emotional or perceptive. So that's not what we want here also. Oppose is also not what we want. Oppose is, it means to go against something. Okay, so susceptible. Yes. Need to drink more water, man. So this just means likely to be harmed or affected by something. Okay, so that's just what it means. Okay, and with that, we're done with, or rather, I've finished going through whatever I want to go through for this P6 paper. So, okay, let's move on to oral in lieu of the upcoming oral exams, be it primary school or secondary school. So, for today's topic, we will be talking about food and nutrition. That's early. I mean, I can't really do more sections of the paper if I want to do oral as well. So, FCE, not wrong. Okay, but not really about FCE, okay? Because primary schoolers don't have the FCE subject yet. Okay, so maybe let's, for those of you that weren't here yesterday, I'll just give like some thought processes, some examples on what you can say, okay? Most of the time, I would say it's mainly more for examples, then you can expand on that. Okay, so let's say when they talk, or rather when they ask you about what's your favorite hawker dish. So, what are your favorite hawker dishes for those that are watching, unless you guys are all bots? So, prawn noodles. Oh, interesting. Okay, so let's say prawn noodle, for example. How would you describe it vividly, Asterin? Like, how do you want to blow your examiners away? 55 bots? Yeah, maybe. Not surprised. So let's say if I talk about lor mee, right? For example, you can say it has a perfect balance of savory gravy and soft noodles. Yellowish. What's lor mee? Huh? You don't know what's lor mee? It's like thick gravy. It's more, I would say it has a starchier consistency than the other sauces. Then the noodles are the, well, I don't know what the noodles are. I don't know what type they are called. Is it like kolomi? No. Isn't kolomi the thin one? Okay. As you can tell, I don't know my food. No, wait, I do know, but okay, maybe like different from different places. Then they are different. Like let's say, lor mee for example. In Singapore, usually the gravy is like the dark colored one, but I think certain parts like Penang or something, or certain parts of Malaysia, the lor mee is clear or like whitish. So yeah. Okay, but disregarding that, you can talk about any favorite dish you want, okay? So you can talk about the balance, how it has a punch of flavor, so on and so forth. Or you can say how it's very visually pleasing. Or if you want to say something cold, like a cold dish, then you can say how it helps you combat the hot weather in Singapore, so on and so forth. Okay, so apart from this, we can branch out to the food or the ingredients itself. Okay, so you can say you have a preference for reduced sodium versions. I don't know if there's anyone that's that healthy out there, but yes. So there are reduced sodium versions made by hawkers, and this is to combat HPB's War on Salt campaign. Okay, so this is a good stat or example to give the examiner to show that, oh, you're well read, you know what's going on, what are the campaigns that you can look out for or that are currently happening. Okay, so reduced sodium versions is one, then you link to who started this. Okay, so that's how you can branch out, because I know some of you have problems with coming up for, or rather coming up with examples or explanations. So you can just use this method of branching out. Keep asking yourself why. How does this relate? Or what is another aspect of this topic or whatever I've said so far? What's another area that I haven't explored yet that I can expand on? Of course, you have to make sure it's relevant. Okay. So talking about ingredients, apart from less salt, you can also talk about healthier ingredients. Okay, so you can use healthier oil. And now, so we talk about healthier ingredients, but how do consumers really know that it is really beneficial, that it is low in sugar, low in salt, low in oil? So how you can tell people is basically by using the um the triangle icon. So where did I write it? Okay, but it's the healthier symbol. I wrote it somewhere. I will get to that in a bit. Okay, but apart from this, you can talk about how you have, or how you want to, or how this promotes local pride in hawker center. How it makes you feel closer to your roots. So that one would be about culinary heritage, because some food have links to our culture, our traditions, right? Okay, then so talking about culture and heritage, we can talk about shared family traditions. Sharing such traditions in our community would reinforce social bonds. And communal eating. So I feel like this communal eating part is something that is worth saying about, because compared to the past where there's more kampong spirit, right? Like everyone knows each other. Okay, maybe that's too far stretch, but usually know at least your neighborhood. Everyone is caring for each other. They eat together. They do activities together. Right now, it's more isolated, I would say. So that's something that you can explore. Okay. Other than that, you can talk about, let's talk about different aspect, since you guys are going through exams, and during this it will be oral exams, for example, to be more specific. So this one, you can say how taste of familiar flavors, and instead of familiar, you can also say reminds you of your childhood, or maybe a certain flavor that you can only taste from this certain cuisine or certain dish. So it makes it comforting during periods of stress. Okay, and lastly, the last point to touch on, apart from ingredients, healthy ingredients, talking about culture, tradition, communal eating, how it helps you personally, let's talk about how it can help others. More specifically, who can you help when you eat or patronize such stores is the local hawkers. So you can support them, and especially the ones who are who are embracing the healthier cooking methods. Because in a sense, you can see it as they are caring for us too, caring for our health by providing us with healthier options. Okay, so there are different things that you can talk about. Okay, apart from different aspects, you can sometimes if you have difficulty expanding, right, you can start off with talking about yourself, then you expand to the next group that you usually interact with that is bigger than yourself, which would be your family and your friends. Then bigger would be your neighbors or society. Yeah, okay, relatives would come under family. So yeah, you can talk about your neighbor, society. Then if you go bigger, you can talk about the nation, the country. Then the biggest would be how it affects everyone, the world. Okay, you just left for a while. It's fine, Estherine. Okay, so next, let's move on to the next question. Oh, hi, Mian Bao. Welcome back. It's been very quiet, Mian Bao. A lot has happened. No, Estherine, nothing has happened. It is very quiet today. Well, apart from the Miffy, whatever Miffy type, but but that's at the start before anyone even joined. Okay, so next question. Let me use a different color instead. How do you practice food safety at home? I'm quiet, you haven't come. That's true, Mian Bao, that's true. Okay, but today's oral topic would, today's oral topic is, sorry, food and nutrition. Okay, so Mian Bao, do you like food and nutrition? I would assume so since your name is Mian Bao. Okay, so how do you practice food safety at home? What can you say? The other frequents? I thought the frequent people are just you, Mian Bao, Miffy. Yeah, recently the frequents are just used three. Hide the knives. That is not food safety. That is just plain safety. Yeah, that's just straight up safety already. Okay, but yes, not hiding the knives, okay? 121 for 10 minutes. Huh? What is that for? For disinfecting things? Okay, but first of all, before you even talk about cutting things or yes, Estherine, okay, I'll get to that. I'll write yours first, okay? But instead of reduce contamination, let's say reduce cross contamination. Wash hand. Not wrong, but that one should be done even outside of home, yeah? So reduce cross contamination. Okay, so first one, we can start off by saying check sell by dates. Don't cook. It's okay, Estherine. So before you even cook, you need to buy your ingredients, right? Because if you don't have ingredients, then how are you going to cook something up? You just, unless you are saying you're eating ice or water, then sure. But yes, check sell by dates. Okay, so this reflects HPB's guidance. For those of you that don't know what's HPB, it's Health Promotion Board. Okay, practice food safety, don't cook. Then you're not even practicing it in the first place because you don't even have that outlet or activity for you to practice that. You eat ice to save money. Isn't that unhealthy? It's okay, Estherine. You don't need to be that extreme to save money. Who say? I think it's unhealthy though. You'll be malnourished, especially since you're still growing. Are you? I do not know. I'm just assuming. Okay, so that's that. So there's a difference between sell by and expiry dates, okay? FYI, for those of you that don't know. Okay, next, washing. Washing your ingredients, especially vegetables. Please do not wash the meat that you buy back. That is concerning. So, wash vegetables thoroughly under running water. To remove residues. Residues being the loose soil that gets trapped, especially at the bottom of the vegetables. Then for those vegetables that have already wilted or rotted, don't eat that part. If you really want to still eat it, if the rest is still fine and fresh, then sure. If not, just throw the whole thing away. Okay, next would be storing meat. Oh, bell. I feel like I only see bell twice though. So yes. So you can talk about storing raw meat. Oosh. Storing raw meat separately to prevent this big word called cross contamination. Okay. Then next, just now Mianbao talk about 121 degrees Celsius, right? So that you need to cook food to the correct temperatures. If you don't know what's the correct temperature, that's always Google, okay? So cook food to the correct temperatures to prevent harmful bacteria. $70. That's for something. I forgot what it is though. But yes. Is that pork or chicken? I feel like it's one of the meats. So yes, you can talk about that. Then coming back to cross contamination, you can talk about using different cutting boards. Beef. Okay, maybe. I don't cook that much either. So use different cutting boards for vegetables and meat. So this is to prevent or rather reduce cross contamination. Yeah, maybe you can use one cutting board for vegetables and fruits, then the other just for meat. If you want to go all out and use 3 different cutting boards, like sure, why not? Then okay, sometimes we can't finish the food, right? Then we refrigerate it. So refrigerating food promptly and make sure it's at safe temperatures. Okay? No? What do you mean no, Mianbao? Okay, then when refrigerating, remember to label them so you know when's the last time you have eaten or when's the date that you made this, because you cannot store certain food for too long either. So make sure you label them. Not handmade, homemade. Okay, you're talking about grow a garden. Is that what it's called? Sorry, I don't really game anymore, so label homemade food with dates, fosters responsible consumption. Okay, then after you're done with everything, after you're done eating, you have to remember to wipe down, right? So wiping kitchen surfaces with disinfectant after each use. Okay, then the last part, check all of your food. Yes, but what's the thing you type before off? I don't know what that means. So after wiping and all, you know that you have such good habits. You can go on lastly to say you can educate. Okay, maybe your friends is going a little too far because you don't even live with them. But you can say educate your siblings. Colony forming units per gram. Huh? What does that mean? I've never heard of that before. So you can say educating your siblings. Safe food handling. Yeah, but that was like a few years back, 面包. Siblings safe food handling as part of okay, but you can elaborate on that. I do not remember that, or maybe that's some new syllables that have been added in and I did not learn. Family-wide hygiene habits. Oh yeah, also cause I was the COVID batch, so there was like one or two topic or 1.5 topic that I didn't have to learn. So maybe it's under that, but I doubt so. I still have to learn it in JC. Okay, next. Balanced meal. Why is it important? Oh, I should use different color. Remember, are you going to explain what is colony forming units? If it's not balanced, it will get tilted. Like me. Hey, that was me in the past. I do not go there now. I'm a changed man. I don't even know about this. Remember everything I say on the live? I don't remember talking about it once. Yeah, Estherine got my back. Okay. So there is something I'm pretty sure all of you know, but I don't know if you guys know it's called this. My healthy plate. Mythic. Not currently. Last time. I don't play that much anymore, guys. By HPB encourages quarter. And I got better things to do. Quarter whole grains. 面包, you're just glazing me at this point. Do you feel bad for your previous comment? So encourages quarter whole grains, quarter protein, and half fruits or vegetables. Okay? So I'm pretty sure you guys know about this, right? It's this plate thing. I drew it badly. This plate thing. You guys have seen it before. Life is too short for regret. That's right, 面包. So go do whatever you guys want, but make sure it's not like illegal or anything, okay? Go and try whatever you want to try. Don't be scared of it. Okay, next. So what's the point of having a balanced diet? So it supports growth and energy for students. Okay, it also helps to manage weight. And if you think about it in the future, it will reduce long-term risks. You're taking Korean elective next sem. Ooh, that's interesting. I think learning a new language is interesting. London 面包. We're talking about eating healthy, okay? Reduces long-term risk. diabetes under healthier SG. Yeah, Esterine, I agree. That was a bit uncalled for, 面包. That's a bit mean. But yes, so also you guys know that the current intake for like, or rather the amount of people eating whole grains aren't as high. So we can switch to that to make it more common, more inclusion in our food. Okay? Okay, there's also lower sodium alternatives. That one I already talked about. So having balanced diet supports and provides energy or supplements the student with energy. So why is because this has a diverse nutrient base. Okay, other than that, eating healthy, or rather eating consciously, because it's a balanced diet, so it teaches students or whoever that follows this, teaches them lifelong healthy habits. And it also instills discipline or disciplined eating. Okay, so all this is about a balanced diet. Ignore that you don't know what we are on to right now. We are still on food and nutrition, Esterine, but we are expanding more than that. We are talking about initiatives, how it can help us, how it can help others, like what are the pros. Okay, usually pros, we don't talk about the cons of it. The only con I would say I've said so far is the diabetes part, but it's to reduce, so the overall thing is still positive. Okay, next. But yeah, okay, let's start. The cons of a balanced diet. I don't think there are cons of having a balanced diet. But if you rack your brain a little, maybe you can think about how maybe meal prep will take up time for those that are busy. Yeah, but what are you saying? Or maybe eating healthy would be expensive because sometimes they charge higher for the healthier alternatives like organic foods, organic ingredients. So yeah, there are always pros and cons for everything. Okay. So canteens. How can canteens provide or offer healthier options? Okay, so just now we talked about brown rice, so you can suggest that again to use brown rice. And you can also suggest to use whole grain noodles. So these are the type of ingredients that you can use. So again, just to recap, my healthy plate. Okay, it aligns with that. Choose the pyramid sticker on the food. Yes, that's the one I said. Eat wheat. What do you mean eat wheat? Is that healthier? Wheat. Okay, next. You can also talk about reducing the intake. Organic. Wheat is organic. Oh, I see. But doesn't it contain gluten? So it's not for everyone. So you can reduce intake of sugary drinks. Huh? Oh, wheat doesn't have gluten.
I don't want to reduce my sugary drinks.
Oh, okay. I was confused. But yes, so reduce intake of that. Then, okay, I finally know what this symbol is called. I remember seeing it somewhere in my notes. So this is called healthier choice symbol. So maybe the schools can, or rather the canteen vendors can adopt this so that students know what is healthier and what they can opt for. You can serve more vegetables and lean meat or lean protein. Okay, lean just means not as fatty. Then after that, what else can you do? So maybe students are a bit more, or rather some people don't really like getting out of their comfort zone, right? They like the routine that they have already set for themselves. So maybe you can talk about organizing taste testing booths. So this is, or rather this can help to crowdsource student feedback. This feels so like stats portion. But yes, so organize taste testing booths to crowdsource student feedback to see whether students are receptive. Do they like these healthier options? And if it's not, how can we do better? How can we make sure that more students will come and opt for this healthier option willingly? Okay. Is there only one final live left on Thursday? There is one more tomorrow. Yeah, I'm doing the same time period tomorrow, 4 to 5:30. Analytics table again. Not analytics table again. 面包 adds salt and sugar. We are trying to cut on that 面包, so try to enjoy the natural taste of the ingredients, okay? Okay, before I end the live, the promotion for today would be sign up for 12 regular classes and you get 2 free, okay? So this is for EOY prep. So it's for both primary and secondary. For those of you that don't know, we do offer English tuition for both levels. So sign up for 12, you get 2 free, enjoy up to $390 in savings for those of you that want to do the math. But terms and conditions apply and you have to register by the end of next month, okay? Sorry, not end of, yeah, correct, end of next month, August. I thought we were still in June. And yeah, bonus wise, you get $80 regular fee waived and $60 NTUC vouchers, applicable for both. Okay, why isn't it Roy's turn? There's one on Facebook. Okay, if you go Facebook and see. Okay, but yes, with this I'll end the live because it's 5:30. Bye guys.